Our nose is home to around 30 million olfactory cells. It is therefore able to distinguish a very large quantity of smells and aromas, many more than the taste perceived by your tongue. Our olfactory cells are renewed every 4 weeks throughout our lives. They allow us to perceive thousands of odorous molecules, generally in very small amounts. There is a threshold for detecting odorous molecules, but it varies greatly from person to person and molecule to molecule. We each perceive a different amount of smells depending on our innate capacities and our training. A trained and skilled nose can identify thousands of smells, such as jasmine or animal secretions like musk or amber, traditionally used in perfume making. Unlike colors, we find it hard to name smells. It's quite normal for a smell to remind you of something, but to be unable to name it or describe it. Nearly all of the odors in our environment are a complex mixture of hundreds of different molecules. For example, the aroma of coffee is composed of around 800 olfactory substances. However, it's often enough to have just a few substances to characterize a precise smell. Isoamyl acetate smells like bananas, and ethyl vanillin smells like vanilla, for example. Our brain doesn't identify all of the molecules that enter our nose. Two good examples are oxygen and carbon dioxide, two odorless chemical compounds in the air we breathe. Unlike primates and higher animals, over the course of evolution, we have deactivated 2/3 of all the genes in our olfactory receptors. As a result, we only have 350 genes to produce functional receiver proteins. That said, in spite of their low number, they are still the most important family of genes, which proves the importance of our sense of smell and demonstrates just how wrong anyone is who thinks that smell is a secondary sense. Smell is essential if you want to fully enjoy a meal or food. To realize how important your nose is, you simply have to wait for it to be blocked. If you close your eyes, a cold can prevent you from being able to tell even simple fruit and vegetables apart, for example, to differentiate between a potato and a carrot. Our tongue can always recognize the 5 basic tastes, but without the sensory abilities of your nose, it's no longer a pleasure to eat a meal. The olfactory brain is connected to the parts of our brain which analyze emotions and memories. This link is a reason why smells can bring back even distant memories. For example, can you remember the smell of some of the food you ate when you were a child? In his famous novel, In Search of Lost Time, Marcel Proust talks about how the madeleine he had with his tea reminds him of his past. This connection between smells and our memories can also explain why smells are appreciated in different ways by different people. You can't say there are good and bad smells. Each individual associates smells with their experiences and their emotions. We each have our favorites. These preferences are very varied and can change. You can also get used to and learn to love a smell. In conclusion, we can also say that we start to learn smells from a very early age. It has been scientifically proven that some smells can be perceived by an embryo inside its mother's womb. This may be at the root of some eating preferences.